Noto Addiction here. In this video, we're going to discuss my gambling addiction story, chasing losses. If you're new here or you've been here, go ahead and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go ahead and subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go on and get into this topic. I want to talk about this my little story about how I chased the losses and how I ended up going into huge debt chasing behind this addiction. This how powerful this addiction is, and it will put you down and make you dig deep into your savings, do whatever. But anyway, let's go ahead. It started off as a typical day, right? Chilling. I was with my mom. I hadn't got paid the day before, and after I got paid, we was chilling. I was off the next day. She was chilling. She doesn't work. She gets unemployment. So we was had a regular day. We decided to go to Denny's. Catch the early bird special. Oh, they heard. Catch some early bird special. Have me some pancakes, some sausages. The works. Little biscuit on the side. Have me some hash browns. I like my hash browns. But anyway, going out there while we were sitting there, we ended up starting to try to plot out the day. So we started to plot out the day, but we already knew what one thing we always had in common, and that was gambling. So we wanted to get to the point. So okay, when they start opening up, so around this point, they opened up. But like I say, the earliest one that opened up was probably like around like 11 or 12 o'clock. Yeah, like in the afternoon time. Some of them was like real well, like 24 hours or something, but a lot those were like very far out of town, and we weren't really trying to drive. We were trying to stay in the vicinity of our residence. So basically, we began to plot out which ones we're gonna go to. Okay, we're gonna go here, because okay, I'm playing around with like, I just got paid, so I'm playing around with about an extra $500 because I ended up doing overtime that week. She got a little something too, so she just kind of, it was like in the beginning of the month phases, like between the first and the third. You already know that's when a lot of transactions happening. When there's a lot of stuff happening for that. So anyway, we ended up plotting it out, ended up going out for a little bit, plotting it. Went to the first one, right? We started playing, we were playing. Okay, it was cool. And it's surprisingly, there was actually other people there. Okay, okay. Usually when it's earlier there's not really many people there. So when there's not really many people, you get to chill or whatever. But at the same time, I was the type of person, I like to play with other people because I feel like it helps me win more money, because if I'm sitting there, I played with, ooh, excuse me, I played on the tables. I played in a casino on the tables. It's something called fish tables, and we play and we tap and we play at those. So the thing is, usually sometimes there's like a startup for when you play, and usually you have to put in a good little bit of money before it starts really paying you and things start busting on the board, like little monsters fish or whatever. So I never really like to be the guy to start off a table. I like to see people playing on the table at first and then go in there and start playing with them. That was the type of person I was. But since we wanted to go off so bad, we was just chilling. I was like, okay, it wouldn't hurt to just go ahead on and play a little bit or whatever. So we played a little bit, ended up getting up a little bit, getting down, getting up and down, because we were kind of harboring there. So we was chilling. We stayed there for about an hour and a half. And it's crazy because how fast time passes by when you're in there. But we was in there for like an hour and a half. We didn't really lose nothing like that. We kind of stayed where we was, kind of just broke even. Then we ended up going to the next game room. We went to the next game room. That's what other people was there, and they was tripping. Okay, yeah, we in there, we in there. I'm thinking we finna do good. We went in there. That's when I ended up losing about $250. I was like, okay, out of the $500 I was like, man, I was kind of mad about it, but I wasn't really that mad about it because it was like, okay, it's all right, whatever. But I end up kept playing more money to try to get that back, try to get that money back. End up going back down a little bit more, a little bit more. So I'm like, let's go. Something got to give. I was trying to find every reason, every tactic I could. Switching seats. I was changing my bid. I was changing my strategies. The monsters I was shooting out, all kind of stuff. It just nothing seemed to work. I was hitting stuff. I was hitting different things. I was getting the bonuses. It just nothing seemed to level out. So I would win money, right? See, I would play. Okay, I'm $250 dollars down, and I end up losing another 100, right? But I end up winning 100, so that puts me back up. So okay, usually I will be $350 in the hole, but I will be back down. I will be back to 250 after I won that 100. But you will think that people around you will think that, oh, you want some money, just want some money. But no, I'm still $250 down in the hole. So that's not enough. Not even to leave with. You don't want to break. You know what I mean? So you keep going. You keep going. I end up losing all that. So long story short, at that point, I ended up losing all $500 right there. She ended up losing it too. She lost a little bit of money she was playing because I was trying to, like, she lost her money because she didn't have as much as I was, but I was ended up playing with my paycheck. or whatever, what the extra money I had from that. So now I'm dipping into the paycheck money that I had. Now this ain't the overtime money no more. So I was dipping into that. So I had about 800 of that or whatever. I ended up playing that, going around to other tables, just trying to, within about a 6 or 7 hour span, I ended up losing all that. Ended up losing about all that. So that was about like, what, $1,300 gone. Just gone. I was helping keep her in, help her do, out of both of us, we just couldn't get nothing. Went to another game room, nothing. No matter how big the win was, because remember, I was so deep down into it that no win was good enough for me to want to leave with. Nothing. I could go in there unless I hit what I brought in there, and then above that. Because think about it, in the mind of a gambling addict, when you have this addiction. So even if I won back all $1,300, right? You'll be like, oh, you want to break even? You want to break even? That little thought gonna creep in your head, like, this the money you started with. You got that back, but you still want to bet that 500 you started with. We can start over again. So even if I would have won that back, I would have still been creeping in. I would still went back into that hole, and eventually, even if I would have had a good day that day and cut above and probably won $500 profit that day, I still would have eventually throughout the week been going back and losing it. You see what I mean? That's how it is. That's the system. That's how it gets you. You don't see it at first, but you see these little bit of wins. Okay, yeah, we cool. But no, that's not how it is. That's not how it works. So in this case, I ended up losing it. So after that, we went to my mom's car. We sat in the contemplating. We were like this is kind of in sorrow, just driving in sorrow. Like, damn, we just lost some money. What we gonna do? Like, what we gonna do? And we got bills, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't like a big bill. My rent was already paid. Our rent was all that. That's when I was staying with her. The rent was already paid. All that stuff was already paid and stuff. We just had like phone bills, or like some Wi-Fi. It's a few little other things. It wasn't too bad. Like a little bit of car insurance or something like that. It wasn't nothing like major. We'd be on the street or nothing. I'm glad it didn't get to that point. But we were just sitting there like, dang shit, like, I don't know what else to do. But lo and behold, we ended up going to this cash payday loan place, and it was called the Bear. It was called the Lending Bear. Yeah. The Lending Bear was like, oh, it sounded like a good idea. But it was the worst idea. When I think about it, it was the worst idea ever. We went to the Lending Bear and ended up borrowing $300 from the Lending Bear. This was like, okay, yes, we have a chance to turn this around, right? But at the same time, like, you would think, like, you from the outside looking in, you be like, you ducks, what are you doing? You just lost $1,300. What the hell you think $300 for to get you out of this? See, the thing is, and we had no intention of just getting that $300 to go and live life. Okay, just kind of get through the week a little bit more, get some groceries. No. We had every intention. On using that $300 for the sole purpose of going to gambling to try to get the money back that we just lost. That's the insanity right there. Trying to get out of this, trying to get out of a certain situation with the same thing that got you into the situation. So I'm pretty sure you're following me here. So I went there. We got that. We feeling all uppity. I'm telling you, not one thing in my mind. Hold on, my thought was kind of dry. Not one time in my mind did it cross my mind to think that we might need this for some groceries or something. Not one time. The whole time, me and her was only thinking about coming up. We didn't care about nothing else. The 300 is about what she about started with. I started off with the 500 and ended up giving 800, so that left me at 1,300. We had every purpose. We went in there pretty much. I played with the majority of it because I guess I'm more of an experienced player. I was thinking, okay, I played the majority. I had I played with 200. I lost 200. She lost 100. Think of how sad that walk was back at the house. Think of how sad that was. That was extremely sad ride back to the house. We were just defeated, just down in the dumps. That's what it does to you guys. This is what it does to you. And then we were chasing losses to the point where we went to a payday loan. And then now we got to pay such high interest. So we got $300 from them, but we got to pay back $350 or something like that. So you down $350. No, you don't get the $300. Oh, yeah, we get the $300. Oh, we just give you $300. Oh, no, you finna pay these 100% interest. $50 with it on top of that. So you lost double. On top of the money you lost, you worked for. I worked hard for that money. I got about 20 hours overtime for that money. I think of going week after week, week after week, and I got paid bi-weekly at that point. So I wasn't making that. I wasn't making that much. I got paid bi-week. I was making like $11 an hour or something around that time. Yeah, end up getting a $1,300 check. That was damn unheard of back then. At that point in time, but making that a much an hour. It was 11 hours, so it was unheard of to have $1,300 check. Just keep it a buck, even if it was a bi-weekly check. But anyway, just imagine having to work all the time. Everything is down the drain. Just pressing out a machine, have absolutely nothing to show for it. Nothing. This is what it does to you. We were just sitting there, just it's like it's almost like we needed some stress balls to just play and just man. And deep down, lo and behold, even after losing all that, we were still thinking about, damn, maybe we just had a bad day. Maybe we was nothing in our mind, nothing at all. Thought about like, oh, maybe we need to stop doing. No, none of that went on in my mind. None of that went on in my mind that we need to just stop this. No, we was thinking, oh, we just had a bad day. Maybe we just had a bad game. So you mean after $1,300? Well, $1,600. It was oh, no, man, it was just a bad day. That's how strong this addiction is. It had a chokehold around both of us, and we just didn't know. We just didn't really know about it. We were still thinking about ways to go in there and get our money back and still get that big win, and we still never got it. It never came. Never. The longer you play, the more you lose. Remember that. And that's how it went. More of the time, chasing losses is probably the worst thing you can do when you're gambling. And on top of that, borrowing more money and going into debt to try to get out of the situation, doing the same thing that got you into the situation is a dangerous formula, a horrible formula. Horrible. It feels right when you're doing it because you're like, okay, yeah, we're gamblers, we're risk takers, we do that. No. It is a horrible way to go about it. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. So I'm gonna tell you guys now. If you're thinking about doing that and chasing loss, if you're gonna chase a loss or something like that, I mean, if you're gonna gamble, don't be chasing the loss. But I advocate not gambling at all. But at the same time, I know how hard that is. It's easy to say stop gambling. It's hard to just stop it. So I know for somebody that's still gonna be in there, I want to help the ones that's still gonna be trickling on up in there. They just happen to come across this video. Don't go in there and chase no loss. If you lost for the day or whatever, don't even feel like you can get it back. If you're gonna do that, just take that as a new win. I hate this. It just encourage you to keep playing. I would rather you stop playing, but we know that it's not reality. Everybody below, maybe we can't just stop playing. No, it's not easy to just. It's not as simple as that. Because if it was, this wasn't even be a problem. This wouldn't even be a thing. This wouldn't be a thing if you could just stop playing. No, it's not. It's not that simple. So if I'm gonna help you, if you're still gonna go in there, I at least help you have ways to not be in the mind state of devastation. That's what I want to prevent, because the devastation is what makes you think about things that you shouldn't be thinking about, and what makes things go further and further down the drain. Devastation is going back into the bank account and withdrawing more money. Devastation is going to get loans out and getting further into debt. So now you're out of your debit. Now you're going into your credit. Now you're going into the payday loans. That's devastation. So if you're going to at least be in there, prevent the devastation. If you're going to be in there, just have your money. If you lose that you take there. And I know it's hard to do that. That's easier said than done. Way easier said than done. Okay, I'll go and pay 200. If I lose this and I'm good with that, I'm going to leave. That is the hardest thing to do. The hardest thing to do in the casino and gambling is leaving. It's leaving. It's never just the act of, okay, even when you up, it's hard to leave. It's hard to leave. It's definitely hard to leave when you down. You so defeated. Oh, no. It's hard to leave when you up too, because you want more and more. But just keep that in mind, guys. Don't chase no loss. If you're going to be in there, don't chase no loss. Work on being able to leave after you have your amount. If you still going to do it, because majority of people are, because it's hard to do it, and it's associated with what they do on a daily basis. So if you're going to be in there, just don't be in there chasing losses. That's all I got to say with y'all, man. It's Noto coming to you with another video, coming to another podcast, man. Coming to you with another video, I meant to say. If you're enjoying the content, go to click that like button, go to comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you be notified whenever I drop a video. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, go ahead and subscribe. And we're going to have a lot more coming. So we could talk to each other. We could conquer these addictions together. And we could just do it like that, guys. I'm just doing this raw, and it says I just wanted to tell you guys my story and how I feel about this, and I feel very, very strongly about this because I've gone through this just about all my life, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people has as well. So remember, a gambler never wins until they quit. I'm out.